What's up, everybody? Welcome to what I hope will be a new series on my channel. I'm really not sure how often I will do these, and I'm saying I hope this will be a new series because it's really going to depend on how strong participation is with it. But yeah, before I get into it though, I do want to point out here quickly, you see my background that's going on right now, which does feature some Avengers characters, and I definitely have a lot of Black Panther going on there because I just received my classic Black Panther from Target, which thankfully was shipped very well. So basically what I'm going to do for a while is keep an Avengers focused background, and I will switch some characters out. Obviously I wanted to go ahead and put up all the Black Panther figures that I have, just because the movie is still doing so great right now, and I really did enjoy it, and I still do plan to see it again in theaters. But yeah, as I get some more Avengers figures in, especially Infinity War figures in, then I will kind of exchange some characters with this background. But yeah, getting back to the focus of this video, I want to do something here called Our Pop Stories, and I'm calling it Our Pop Stories because it's not just about my own. Now, in each video, I will start it off, I'll kick things off by sharing one of my own stories related to a certain pop figure that I have. But then from there, I do want to share, stories from community members, basically, fellow collectors and supporters of my channel. So within this video, I'm going to focus on stories from my patrons first and foremost here. Before I do that though, before I get to their stories, I'm going to start off with one of my own pop stories. And I don't think anybody will be surprised by the pop I'm going to focus on first. It is Notorious B.I.G. Now, when people see my collection, I definitely get questions about this pop. This probably is the rarest piece that I have. I think it's the rarest. I don't know. It's kind of tough to call because I do have some I think are a smaller number. But then again, it's tough to find people that are selling Notorious B.I.G. in good condition. And the value of this is definitely up there as well. And it is a vaulted pop figure of an icon. I mean, Notorious B.I.G. is definitely an icon. So this is a pop I really wanted when I started collecting. I started looking at different pops that were available. And when I saw that B.I.G. was available, I was like, no way. Like, I was really blown away by that. Oh, by the way, check this out here. This actually has a 14+ sticker on it. And it says something on here about European distribution as well. So I'm not sure where this originally, came from, which country. But anyway, yeah, I saw that this one was a pop that had been made. And I was like, yo, I definitely got to get that. And then I saw the price and I was like, oh, at that time, the price was like, it wasn't actually at 100 yet. It was very close to it. But some people were already selling it for 100 or more. Right now, the value has gone up over 200. I think it's like around $230, $250 that some people are selling it for. Pop Price Guide definitely changes on it. But anyway, yeah, I was a little disheartened when I saw the price on it because Biggie has just been such an inspiration to me. His versatility as an artist, as a writer, it really pushed me to be versatile with my own writing, even though I don't write raps always per se. I do a lot of poetry writing, short stories, things like that. But yeah, he just inspired me to really push myself to be versatile, and I really did enjoy his music, and I still enjoy his music. So really wanted this one. It became my first grail that I really had in mind. And I just thought there was no chance of getting it. And one of my supporters, Anthony Nelson, he knew that I wanted this really bad because I mentioned it on my channel more than once, I think. And he started tagging me in posts on Facebook of people that were selling it. But it was just out of my price range. And then one person that was selling it, something did not look right about the pop. He had a picture of a couple of pops that were all vaulted. They were all pretty much grails, and something just looked real sketchy about it. So yeah, I was just having trouble trying to find a post that I could trust, and I really didn't have the money. But Anthony Nelson, he shocked me because I was actually sitting pretty much where I am right now, sitting in front of my background working on a video. And he messaged me with another post on Facebook, and I was like, look, I said thank you, but I can't afford that right now, So he is like, you know what? I'm gonna get this for you, and you can just pay me back over time with other pops. And that's what we did, and I was just blown away that he even made that offer. It was like an eye opener. I was like, and I know it's not all about money and everything, but just that act, that kind of an act, really showed me how amazing this community can be. And yeah, it just gave me even more motivation to keep doing what I'm doing on my channel. So that was a great experience. And yeah, I still very much cherish this Pop figure. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I ever were to get out of Pop figures and sell off my collection, I probably still would hang on to this one at least. Even though it's the most valuable one, it would be the toughest one to actually let go of. But yeah, that's my Pop story. And now what I want to do is go ahead and get into a couple of other Pop stories shared by some members of my Patreon. I'm going to go through these stories in alphabetical order. I figure that's the fairest way to go about this. And also, if the individual has a YouTube name, then I'm going to use that name instead of, their real name. Of course, on Patreon, I know basically I can see people's real names. But yeah, I prefer to go with the YouTube name if there is one provided. So let me go ahead and get into it, starting off here with Cali Pops. Cali Pops is a YouTuber. Also, I consider him a friend. And, he just happens to be up first alphabetically. But you see his story here. It says, "I was looking everywhere for this. Even tried to enter Camp Pendleton military base. Of course, the guy smirked at me and made me go back out. End up having this bad boy sent to me by my uncle." And of course, the Pop he's referring to there is Negatron. And I'm kind of laughing because I had my own experience where I was Pop hunting in Columbia, South Carolina. And I didn't realize I was actually going towards a military base. I was just I was using my GPS to try to get to a GameStop because I was just desperate because I wasn't finding anything. I mean, Pop hunting is not very good in Columbia, South Carolina, from my experience. So I was just trying to find another GameStop, and then I realized, oh, like this is taking me into a base. So I had to do the turnaround thing there, basically. But also, I want to say real quick with the Negatron Pop, I did pick that one up, but I pretty much knew it was going to be like trade bait for me, which I did end up trading it away, and no regrets on that. Even though it is a great looking Pop and it is very cool that it's glow in the dark, I don't even think I checked the glow on it while I had it, but because I pretty much knew it was gonna be somebody else's. But still, yeah, pretty awesome Pop figure there. Next up, we have Captain Charisma, again another YouTuber, and let me go ahead and get right into his story here. This Pop, and he's referring to Superior Spider-Man, means a lot because it was the first exclusive I really hunted for. I would go from Walgreens to Walgreens every day looking for it. I met this one guy at Walgreens that worked there, and after seeing him a few times, we became good friends. He no longer works at Walgreens. He's now in business with me. I had pretty much given up on finding this Pop. Then my birthday came along and my girlfriend surprised me with it. I had just started dating her, and it was one of the most thoughtful gifts I had gotten in a while. This Pop is one of my faves because it helped me strengthen 2 relationships in my life and really made me love Pops and hunting. That's a beautiful story. I mean, developing a friend, getting a friend and also a co-worker out of Pop hunting, and also your girlfriend surprising you. Very cool there. And that is something that I really like about collecting. It does help people connect with each other. It's definitely done that for me. I've made a lot of friends based off of Pop hunting. So yeah, it is amazing what this common hobby just can do for people. Next up here we have DJ Poppin. DJ Poppin is also a YouTuber, and he actually helped me out on my most recent live stream. Really appreciated that. That's good looking out there. Let me go ahead and get into his story here. It says, "I went to Go Calendars Games and Toys," and by the way, you all, I made sure I put the logo in here because I don't think I have that store in my area, and I know some other people may not be familiar with this, so I just wanted to make sure it's clear, what that business is he's referring to. So starting back over here, it says, "I went to Go Calendars, Games and Toys, and I saw this chase. I had been looking for it since I heard about it coming out. There were 3 chases there, 1 Hellboy and 2 Hopper." Of course, he's referring to Hopper from Stranger Things. "There was a kid that came up to me and said, 'Oh man, you found a chase.' I said, 'Yeah, look, here's one here.' He said that he already had Hopper, but he wanted the Hellboy, so I decided to give it to him. Not 2 days later, I walked into FYE and there was the Hellboy sitting right there in front of me. Funko Pop karma is definitely real." And that's a pretty cool story. I tell you, to be honest, with a lot of Pop collectors, that kid would have been out of luck, but that is very cool that you did that. And I do believe in karma as well, that you do get things, it comes back around. So yeah, that's very cool of you to do that. Next up, we have Monster Hunter 87, longtime supporter of my channel, and very cool picture that he took there as well. But let me go ahead and focus on his story. It says, "I never really knew about Funko. I saw Pops around everywhere, and at first I really didn't have any interest in them. I thought they were just random figures until one day my brother went to Anime Expo and brought me back 2 specific pops. They were some Overwatch pops. I was obsessed with that game for a while. From there I started looking into it and saw the huge variety of figures they had. My brother sent me your how to collect video, and from one day to another my collection grew from 2 pops to 25 pops. The Cuphead vinyl 2-pack is what really did it for me. I love the style and the characters, and it isn't a pop, but it holds such a great meaning to me as it opened up the door for me to collect more. It showed me the meaning of a grail. From there I have certain grails I want, but just the other day I got one of my most sought after grails, not because it's valuable, but because I love the character and the design. That's the Golden Mega Man. These are the most important from my collection, and it just makes me want to collect more. I hope to keep growing my collection. And yeah, Monster Hunter, that's how it happens. I think with every collector, once you realize how many genres and how many characters Funko covers, it's amazing. So yeah, I think a lot of people they go from just a couple to a huge collection in no time. Because I clearly remember the first pop I bought was Morgan from The Walking Dead. Then next I bought Captain Cold and Harley Quinn. And from there, it's like floodgates open. So yeah, that really is the way I think it happens with a lot of collectors. And also I want to say real quick, those the original Cuphead figures, which aren't exactly pops, I really do think they look pretty cool. I actually saw the devil in the store today, and Mugman as well. And I almost considered picking them up, but I mean, if I had seen Cuphead, I would have grabbed him up though. But yeah, that black and white 2-pack, that looks pretty cool. Next here we have Finyo, and Finyo, I hope I'm saying your name correctly here. And you see what he's holding there. Let me go ahead and get to his story. I started collecting in September 2017, and I very quickly found your channel because I was searching for places where I can find news about all the new releases and what is out in the wild. I was relieved when I found you because it made pop hunting so easier. The first video I watched of yours is the one for beginners. The next Funko related Compop releases were NYCC, and thanks to you I was prepared. Unfortunately, I was new and didn't know that people line up before store openings for these. I missed out on Halloween Goofy and Donald, but to make up for it, I went to GameStop and saw they had a new Kingdom Hearts mystery box. I looked on Reddit to see what it included, and it was the Tron 3-pack with a chance at a chase. I asked the clerk to pick out one for me. Then I got home, opened it ASAP, and at first I thought I didn't get the chase, but I actually did get my first chase. That's a pretty cool experience. I've heard a lot of people do this where they let the cashier basically choose a box for them and they end up with a chase. That is pretty cool when that happens. I've actually had that happen to me one time with the I got the 8-bit Raiden chase, you know, from the Black Friday boxes, and I ended up trading that one to Bibby the Pop Hunter. But yeah, it was just cool that I got that chase because, you know, the person behind the register just happened to grab one of the right ones. So that was pretty cool. And I really do like the glow on that Tron 3-pack as well. And I almost started to include an actual image of the glow, but I decided not to, just because I just want to focus on the images that you all provide for this video. So next up here we have Shad, and I believe Shad is, for this particular video, this will be our last pop story. So let me go ahead and get to it here. Pops really just sprung up on me while I was in the store and saw some of the Fallout 4 series. Once I fell down the rabbit hole, I couldn't stop researching and subscribing to boxes, etc. I started collecting really random stuff that I liked, but I realized this is a game that you have to control and be mindful of what you're buying. I stopped all subscriptions and started putting my $10 to $20 here and there towards that beautiful Hobbit series. I'm super proud of that series. They take me back to my younger days and remind me of all the passion I have for the medieval time and fantasy. It's a great way to escape reality. I think each pop kind of tells a story about the person collecting them. Each one can trigger a moment in your life, happy or sad, and it means something to you. And then here's Shad's advice. Don't play Facebook waffles, you'll go broke. And remember that trading and buying on groups isn't just about the product, it's more about your integrity as a person that will be remembered. Buy pops within reason and focus on what you really want when you first start collecting. So, you know, for people just getting into collecting, I gotta say Shad hits the nail on the head. Very excellent advice. You definitely have to kind of put some restrictions on yourself, you know, really think about what you most want. You do have to think about what's reasonable a lot of times, because I mean you can really get sucked into putting a lot of money into pops and not getting much value in return. And I don't just mean value money wise, but even like just the way you feel about your collection later on. I know there's been some people that look at the collection and then they're like, you know, why did I buy this? Why did I buy that? You know, I can't believe I spent this much on that, you know. So yeah, it is really important to kind of plan things out and know exactly where you are headed with your collection. And that's a tough thing to do when you first start collecting, but you know, I am glad that I can do my part to help people out. And I think, you know, all collectors, we can do our part to help each other out. So we end up with these, you know, collections that we really are happy with. I mean, that's really what it's all about. So I do want people to basically stay tuned for another opportunity to participate in our Funko Pop Stories. I'm not going to say exactly when the next one will be. I pretty much am always working with something on my channel. But whenever I work it out, I think the timing is right, then I will put the word out there and give people another chance to participate. I definitely had fun with this. You know, it's really cool to see some of the similarities and experiences that people have had, you know, and some of the differences as well. By the way, the pictures you're seeing here, these are more pictures of Shad's collection that he shared with us. So, of course, I definitely got to give a special thank you to my patrons. I really appreciate every one of you. You know, just the fact that you believe in me enough to contribute, it means a lot. I mean, I really can't even say, I can't put it into words exactly how that feels. It's just amazing. And, you know, you really are supporting, not just me, but, you know, everybody that comes to my channel, whether they're subscribed or not, people just passing through. You know, you guys really make a lot happen. You kind of keep the lights on in a way. You know what I mean by that? So that is very much appreciated. Very cool of you. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I look forward to doing this again. Like I said, I don't know when that will be, but yeah, definitely had fun with this, and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. And I'll talk to you all again real soon.